Hello, my name is Kong Tao. I own KT Sound and Video. Here's my office. So first off, when you enter the office, you're gonna see the posters I have here. I'm a huge Final Fantasy VII fan, and I have been since I was a kid. And it's the best Final Fantasy. There's no doubt about that. So this first little office space here is kind of like a empty shell for something. I kind of want to keep it pretty empty just so I can like do something with it. And if people want to rent it out for anything, they have that opportunity. So everything's kind of on wheels or easy to move. It's getting packed up because I keep buying stuff. I'm addicted to buying stuff. So, you know, please don't do that if you get into this field. But so far it's holding my carts. It's holding my new Flex Stack Pack I've used for my sound gigs, and just some extra stuff like my printer and whatever that I don't really use much. And that's it. There's nothing special in here aside from like extra storage room that I plan to clean out eventually. All right, this next room here is the gear closet. This holds everything that I have, everything I own, aside from the sound stuff from the previous room in the Flex Stack Pack. But I have all my cameras displayed here, my lenses. They actually don't live on the shelf. They live more in the cases and bags that I use for my gigs. But whenever they're out, I have enough space to put them on there. So that's nice. I have this audio, my old Audio Pelican that I'm still saving up because there might be gigs where I want to like keep it smaller, just transfer everything back in there, or if people want to rent my sound stuff, I can provide that to them instead of the Flex Stack Pack, which is like really large cases. All right, let's talk about the C-stand wall real quick. This is kind of something, it seems a little weird. It kind of is, I guess. It's kind of not how anyone would store C-stands, in my opinion. But then because the room is so small, I didn't want to store them like pointing away from the wall. I want to be able to have space in here. So I found someone who 3D printed and designed these C-stand holders, and they work great for regular C-stands. And if you kind of want to look for something like that, just look for like C-stand wall mount on Google. You'll find it on Amazon. He sells it, and he's a way better 3D printer than I am, 100%. But since C-stands are heavy, I would recommend you put them on like, you know, a solid surface. That's why I put these two 2x4s here. They're all screwed onto the studs, which is 2 feet each. And then I could put these mounts on without worrying about it falling. I have 4 total mounts, but we only have 3 up here just because one C-stand is being used for the backdrop back there. Actually 2 is, but yeah. All right, so what is this? This is the VersaStack from Craftsman. This is like more tool and like construction related type stuff, but I was tired of all my rigging stuff being just laying around, and I kind of wanted it to be more organized and someplace easy to grab. So I thought this solution might work best. What this is, if you don't know, these are modular toolboxes where you can lift it up and down, take it away with you. But these are all drawers, aside from the last 2 down here, which, like, first off, this one here still has a tag. This has nothing in it. I bought this just so it's higher, which is a huge like waste of money in a way, but I plan to use that some way. And then this little here, this has a lid. So I'm gonna try to open this with all the drawers. It's dangerous, don't do this at home. But it's a lid, not a drawer. But the stuff in here, it's not important. So that's why I left these stuff in here. But everything else here are just the drawers. So we can, you know, I can grab whatever I want. Matte box here, adapters for lenses and filters, rods, base plates, whatever. just a bunch of rigging stuff like I mentioned. So it's a lot better than my last solution. Also, the advantage of with this is if people want to take them on set, if I want to take it on set, I can also. I could just like hook this, load it. Then if people need to like rig gear on set in some way, they can, but we mostly don't do that on set. So also the idea, the reason why I have this also is like this room, this place, I'm designing it so if people want to rent like a camera package and they want to build their camera, like they have the opportunity to, if like, you know, if they need a top handle, bam, top handle. So that's the idea. So it's not just for me, it's for, you know, the people that want to use my service as well. All right, we'll talk real quick about this wall here. My boom poles, I hang them up here just because these screws are already here when I moved into this office. So I just like, let's just use it, right? I'll find a better solution. And then not seat stands, my light stands and a bunch of other grip stuff is just laying down here just because I don't really have another solution to hang it up right now. Here are my modular scrim kit here. This is laying down here too. I will eventually find a way to hang those up. Next to that is my battery, my Anker Solix C1000, which that is probably the most used gear on set, guaranteed. Power is always needed in some way. All right, this shelf here, I decided to use this shelf for my batteries storage. I can't really utilize it in the sense of this section is charged, this section needs charging yet, just because there's not enough space. But for the time being, it works the way it does. I've laid it out where the top shelf is the batteries I use the most, and it goes down to like things I don't use. But it's not all just battery. I just been needing space to put stuff, and I just been putting things there in the shelves just for the heck of it. But the top shelves, we have V mounts here. Then I have two handle power batteries. I don't know what to call them because they're not V mounts either, but they're just they're handles that are, that's a battery that I've used this. I got this for the focus pulling controller, just so you don't have to worry about like charging it to like a pack in your pocket or something. It's just right there. You just charge it there. All right, this desk here. This desk I purchased when I was still living at the house for an office, and I just like repurposed it for this. There was no use buying another desk. It's a rising, lowering desk. So this is now my workbench. It is not the strongest, you know, because this is a regular desk, but I don't need it to be strong in any way. I bought these metal pegboards so I could create a charging station. This isn't the charging station that you probably see from like the big YouTubers, but it works for me. It's still modular, it's on Velcro, so I can change that however I want. And I just put regular stuff on it, just like for now. I don't really utilize the shelf as much, like as it would the pegboard as much. So we'll see how things happen there. This little thing is magnetic. I'm so proud of it for no reason. But I use this so I can put my phone right there, so my phone doesn't have to lay on the ground or on the table like that. Just boop. So, but that's stupid. All right, so this little section here, this is, I don't know, I thought about this idea because the last time I was charging USB type stuff, it's just a mess all the time. Cables are just hanging out all over the place. And I was like, I want to be cleaner. So I had a bunch of these cable managing things. And I just like put USB-C through it. And I thought that was like the most genius idea. And like, it's just dangling on the back side so I could pull it out and pull it back in and keep my desk clean. So that's the idea there. This orange one is high powered, so otherwise these could just be regular power, like regular or charge regular stuff like my Tentacle sinks or anything small like that. All right, that was pretty long, I'm sorry, but then there was a lot of information I wanted to give out. But so we'll go through these pretty quickly. This next little office here is actually my office. It has my desk, it has everything I need to do on it. I try to keep this as clean as I can. There's really no explanation of what's what. It's just a computer. I have my streaming camera there. I have a Whataburger drink here. Just office stuff there. So nothing special. Let's talk about this TV here. This is just a TV with a bunch of video game stuff, and I play Devil May Cry. So I barely get to play video games. So if I get a chance, I try to, but since it's here, I probably get very little chance now. So let's go on to the studio area. So please ignore this corner. This table will be clean. The sandbags will not be here anymore. But the studio area here, I've created it for anyone who wants to take like really fast, simple photo stuff. I don't have high ceilings. I don't have 12-foot ceilings, so we can't exactly do like full body very well here. But if you want to do headshots, want to do small product photos or videos, I think this is a pretty good spot for it. It's enough space to set up a few lights, and then you can do your stuff here. I have backdrops for you guys if you want to come and utilize this space in some way. We have a fog machine provided from Howie. And this toolbox is not part of my sound gig. This is actually tools in here. So I'm addicted to toolboxes. That's why I just bought it, and I just keep using money on that. We have fridge here. So I'll have concessions for you guys when you come in. We have a Bluetooth speaker, also donated from Howie. He was like, I don't need this anymore. If you want to use it, go ahead. So yeah, I put up various art to hide some destroyed walls, but we'll hide that. We won't show it to y'all. Y'all didn't see any of that. This utility room is not much to show in here. White balance is gonna be terrible, but who cares? There's just a bunch of my crap in here. And then the only thing that matters in here is actually my 3D printer, which I actually might move. So that is it. The bathroom, I'm not gonna show you guys that because it's ugly. But yeah, we are open. If y'all want to rent out a space for some quick photo shoots, check out Pure Space. You could, talk to me personally. I'll talk to you guys for that. If you need gear, if you want like a one-stop shop, if you want cameras, lighting, all that stuff, I can provide as much as I can to you guys. That's kind of my goal for this, not just like renting one item to you or this person, even though they do that. But if you need like a whole setup, a whole rigging system, I can help you guys with that. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.